Time to unbox this AKLOT drum set.
The total time to unbox and install this drum set was about 45 minutes, but that was with the help of my 2-year-old daughter, who, as you can see, was a help sometimes and not so much of a help at other times. So you could probably go a little faster if you're doing it by yourself. But it wasn't too difficult to set up. There were a couple tricky parts. Mostly the issue was I wasn't loosening the bolts enough when I was trying to put some things in. So just make sure you loosen up the bolts because they don't come loose enough to stick a lot of the hardware in. You have to loosen them and then retighten them. And some you have to loosen quite significantly, so watch out for that. Also, I set it up the wrong way so that the hi-hat was on the right side, which you can do if you are trying to do a left-handed drum set, but I just took off the hi-hat piece and moved it over to the other side, and it worked out just fine. But you might want to check that when you're setting it up. But yeah, setup isn't too bad. It's pretty customizable because it comes with an extra support bar that goes across the middle. And because of that, you can actually raise it up to a higher height than where I ended up installing it. I'm not the tallest guy, and so I like it short. And I have children, students who drum as well, so I keep it short. But if you're tall, you can raise it up higher because of the extra hardware that comes with it, so that's pretty sweet. Everything else was pretty simple to install. Nothing was confusing, and the instructions explain things, and I really didn't need much explained because it's pretty straightforward, honestly. And so you shouldn't have too many issues in terms of figuring it out. I would just note that the screws on the drum set and the hi-hat pedal, I think, are meant to be screwed in all the way, even if it's into nothing, because they dig into the carpet and prevent the pedals from moving. And so you're going to want to watch out for that to make sure to screw those in. And everything else, just make sure you tighten it up at the end, because if your drums are loose and moving as you're playing, it's because you haven't tightened the pieces enough. So just make it tight to fit exactly where you want it to be.